Hey guys, it's Brandon with Obsessed RC. Couldn't sleep this morning. I woke up real early, probably because I was dreaming about my Mojave. So I decided to make a video. I wanted to just go over a couple things. Or I should say Mojaves. Just a little backstory. I don't know if you've seen any of my videos, but I drove to uh, Sioux City. I'm from Omaha, Nebraska. I saw a guy that was selling one. I ended up selling an e-Revo that I bought and had for a couple days. Traxxas just isn't my thing. I've never owned a Traxxas vehicle except for the 116 scale e-Revo, and I don't know why I thought it would be any different. I didn't like the way it handled. Super nice truck. I sold it to a really nice guy in Kansas. Then this guy called me back and told me that he had not sold it. So I drove probably 2.5 hours, went and picked the truck up. I went to a really cool hobby shop called Bad Fast Hobbies in Sioux City. It was a really cool store. I had a great time up there. Got the truck, came back, put these wheels on it. It came with the regular wheels. I took them off. Didn't like the way it handled, didn't like the way it looked. I mean, it looked okay, but I like this look. I think you can agree it looks pretty badass. Some older guys and some scale guys probably wouldn't agree with me, but I really think they look cool. So I got the truck, loved it. It's in really great shape. Uh, Came home, drove it with the stock wheels on, and then it was just tipping over. See the body's a little scratched up. And it was a ripper in the dirt, but on the street, it just did not handle well. But I mean, look how clean this thing is. Uh, I paid about $425 for this. I got about $200 worth of chargers and batteries along with it. So you could not pass that deal up. Then when I came home on the way back, my friend texted me. His dad owns a hobby shop and told me that they were having a Black Friday sale. They were selling these for $3.99. So, I thought about it and I was just like, oh man, I wish I could have got that. But I was so happy with this at the time, didn't bother me. So then, yesterday, I went up to the hobby store because I was bashing with my neighbor. He has a Creighton 4S and he kept driving in front of me. He's pretty reckless. And this thing is a tank while I was driving this one. And it just completely destroyed his truck, the front end. I had to buy new shock mounts, new shock, a couple other things. So I told him that I'd pay for it, just out of the kindness of my heart, and do the work for him. So I went up there and I saw that they still had this for sale for the Black Friday deal. And, I'm usually a pretty business minded guy and I usually move my money around and things like that. But I was just sitting there and my buddy's like, man, he's like, that'd be sweet if someone could buy this, and then sell it or something. And I was like, screw that. Put mine for sale. Once I get it sold, I'll buy this. And then he's like, yeah, true, but that would suck if you sold this one and then you were going to pick this up and it was sold. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go home, list this one, see if I can't get it sold. I'll let you know. I walked out to my car. I walked right back inside and was like, I got $277 on my card and I got the rest in cash. I bought it, walked out of there with $0 in my pocket at all. I've never done that. Literally, but I couldn't have even made it home if I ran out of gas. I was actually $6 short and he spotted me. So I got this truck with a $20 off coupon for 400 and something dollars because it was $3.99 plus tax. And then I'm going to sell this one, I think, with these wheels and the other wheels for $450 or $500. Then that will get me a brand new truck. I mean, if you look at them, they're both in very good shape. This one has minimal scratches on it. I mean, that's it. So I was happy to have had this truck, but now that I can have, check this thing out. Now that I can have brand new truck. I mean, there's a couple scratches. I took it out last night. And I can have a warranty. I can have the receipt. I mean, dude, this thing, I'm going to keep this really nice too. It just is allowing me to basically get a new truck and maybe make 50 or 100 bucks. But Arrma's really good with their warranties. If anything ever breaks or anything like that, you send them an email and they'll send you out parts, no questions asked. So what I did on this, you can make these tires work without trimming them. I got some Lexan scissors and I drove it without it being trimmed for a while and it was fine. You'll notice this one I trimmed a little bit, but I trimmed these a lot. I just really liked the way it looked. Here, I'll show you. Here's like the clippings, you know. So I just trimmed it until I got to a point where I was happy with the way it looked and then it didn't rub. They came down a lot more than this. I mean, they came down, that's probably from the other side, but they probably came down to here. That's probably how much I took off. And yeah, I probably could have done a better job. Maybe I'll go over it again and reshape them. But at first glance, before I told you I trimmed it, maybe you knew. But I think it looks really cool. So I also took the mounts off and I put them to the highest setting and I drilled another hole in the bottom. So I added a hole to the bottom and then raised these up. So the body just sits a little higher. That way they won't rub at all. But anyways, I just wanted to show you. I love these wheels. I mean, even with the older set, this is the older one. Look at that. It looks like a drag car or something. And then look at the offset on these. Look how much they stick out. I don't know if you can tell with the camera. I think those just look slick. I love these wheels. I can't tell you enough. I mean, the reason why I love them so much is they're belted. But, you know, you can spend $100 and you won't really change the look of a car. These were literally $99 for a set of 4, and they drastically changed the look of the vehicle. These are the road crushers. Those are the train crushers. Then over here, I have my Talion. I have another set coming in for those, identical to this. So, and then over here, I have the set of Big Hoons. I think I'm going to get a Limitless. There's my helicopter. There's my racks. I put all my stuff. But anyways, I was just bored. Figured I would make a video while I had the two, especially to compare how they look next to each other. I wish I had one with the wheels, the stock wheels on, and I could show you how big of a difference it makes. But Red Squad over here. So, all right, guys. Talk to you later.